Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is round number 9 of Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series.
Holding up top. Clear up high.
Larson Rocks is your race leader. And Humpy is having connection problems in the 43. Oh, and Wood Dog slides off the wall, and now it looked like Punisher Drummer ghosted to avoid causing a huge wreck. Timac got through, Mananger got through. And it's hard to tell up there, but I believe it's Larson Rocks with the race lead, because Humpy is scored as the race leader, but he's having connection problems. He appears to be over in turn 2 and not even up to full speed. We're not sure what's going on with the number 43 car. This is a tough break for him. And we've got Larson Rocks in the lead. Your Dunson in the 6 car in second. Timac in third, Mananger in fourth. And it's a hornet's nest from there on back. Looks like it's Jay Tizzle in 5th. And now your Dunson is beginning to have connection problems.
Ready to go. 3-0. Looking high. Clear high.
Ooh, Timac with a bit of contact there with the outside wall. He's trying to stay ahead of Mananger, and now Jay Tizzle is getting a run on Mananger, and that's a battle for 4th and 5th. And now it appears Humpy is in position again. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the number 43 machine. Whenever we know, we'll definitely tell you. But this is round number 9, race 9 of 22 here in Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series, which is the No Custom Setup Series, hosted on NASCAR 15 on the PlayStation 3 console. For more information on how to sign up and become a NOSSCAR driver, go to www.nosscar.com and scroll down to the bottom of the homepage to find instructions. Larson Rocks is on the pole. He's won 2 poles in a row here in the X2 Series. Very strong. Always in qualifying here in the X2 Series. That number 31 team. Your Dunson, coming off a tough break at Pocono, sits in second. And Timac 11 and Jay Tizzle running in 3rd and 4th, continuing perhaps where they left off at Pocono. If you guys watched the Pocono race, you'll see that Punisher Drummer had a problem. There was a wreck in front of him. He was the leader and he got involved. He couldn't miss it. And then all of a sudden Timac and Jay Tizzle got around him and they were battling for the win. Jay Tizzle was looking for his first career win, but it was Timac in the 24 car that was able to get his 20th career NOSSCAR X2 Series victory. Ooh, Timac 11 still flirting with the outside wall, and it might not be such a good idea. And your Dunson is slowly closing in on Larson Rocks for the race lead in that number 6 car. Larson Rocks is in the 31, your Dunson is in the 6. And Jay Tizzle is still applying pressure to Timac for the 3rd position. Tizzle is driving the number 26 machine. There appears to be a car on pit road already.
We're on the bottom, 3 back. The car behind behind is closing in on us. Keep pushing. Three back, coming low.
Larson Rocks in the 31 car is getting some pressure from You're Done Son. The leaderboard up at the top right corner is now correct. Larson Rocks in the 31, your race leader. You're Done Son in the 6 car right behind him in second. Timac in third in the 24. Jay Tizzle in fourth in the 26. And then, as you can see by the map in the bottom left corner, there's a big pack of cars battling for position from 5th on back. And although it doesn't appear like it's a very big gap, the gap between 5th and 6th is a considerable gap. So it's really a battle from 6th, 7th, 8th on back. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th are in a battle. Tight one. And then 10th, 11th, 12th are in a tight battle. And the car in 13th place there is Humpy in the 43 car. Whenever his connection snaps back into reality, if you will, it suddenly puts him in the correct position of where he is, and that technically is in 13th place, which is the last car on the racetrack. Normally we have qualification races because we have more than 16 drivers wanting to participate. But for the race here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, 13 drivers elected to participate in tonight's event.
Flat tire, I told you.
Oh, and Timac got into the wall. Came down the track and Tizzle was there, and they made contact.
Okay, let's go. Step it up. Stay on the bottom.
And Timac loses a ton of positions here.
He's coming high. Right, it's all clear, bud. We can't
Timac slips back to 9th, and now Larson Rocks is on pit road, so he surrenders the race lead to You're Done Son. And tough break for Timac.
Coming in this time.
Tough break for Jay Tizzle as well. Timac hit the wall, came down the track, and he certainly would have ghosted, but he didn't know Jay Tizzle was that close to him.
Watch him here, he's coming up fast.
And there was contact made.
On the inside. Doing great, man. Clear down low. Hard up top, just looking. Clear up top.
And Humpy's connection is still continuing to have problems.
Inside's clear. Too fast, man. Check up.
Looks like you're running on empty. Let's fill her up with starters. I'm thinking 4 tires here. Crew's on the wall and ready. Make it count, boys. Be ready.
Couple of minor changes for Timac. And certainly going to take a moment to try to repair the damage a little bit. Tough break for Timac. Timac is coming off of 2 wins in a row. 1 win at Bristol and 1 win at Pocono. And he was looking to try to make it 3 in a row here, and he looked pretty strong in the early going. He was running in 3rd place when that happened. And now the race leader, You're Done Son, is on pit road.
buddy. Keep digging. We're going to get past. You're doing it today.
And now that pit stops have cycled through, Larson Rocks in the 31 car is the leader once again, but he still has your Dunson right behind him in second place.
You wore it out.
Then it's a long way back to the third place car, and I'm not quite sure who it is. We do know that Smokin' Joe is in 8th, Timac is in 9th, Man Anger is in 10th, Twitch Whiskers is in 11th. And now a battle for the lead, and your Dunson is going to take the lead here. Remember, your Dunson has the fresher tires.
Okay, 20 to go.
He pitted later than Larson Rocks did. Timac beginning to get a bit of ground over Man Anger, but Smokin' Joe, who's in front of Timac, he pitted 1 lap later, so he's got slightly fresher tires in the 24, and he's putting them to good use. Smokin' Joe in the 7 car is sitting in 8th place.
Nobody's going to pull over and make it easy for us today. Gotta go get it. Looks like you've worn the right tire.
And I believe it is Squirrel Nuts in the number 46 car, who is running just in front of him in 7th. Your Dunson beginning to put quite a bit of distance now on Larson Rocks. That 31 team might need to rethink the strategy. And now your Dunson is really stretching it out down that back straightaway. Number 6 car is the race leader. And somebody is already down pit road once again, and that would have to be their second pit stop of the race. So clearly a short fuel run strategy for that team. Keep fresh tires on it at all times. We're going to have to see if it works out for them. Twitch Whiskers is now up to 10th. She got around Man Anger. Man Anger in the number 48 car. And I believe Twitch Whiskers is 1 lap down, and she's the first car 1 lap down. And problems right here in front of Timac. Smokin' Joe and Squirrel Nuts made contact. Man Anger slowed right down, as did Timac. They all lost quite a bit of time, but they all made it through clean. And Man Anger was on pit road a moment ago, I believe, so he's got the freshest tires. Timac, teammate with Man Anger, realizing this and letting him have some fun with the fresh 4 Goodyear Eagles. Smokin' Joe coming down pit road in the number 7 car. He's gonna give up number 7th position, P7. Dexter in the number 11 car is scored right now in 6th. And he's about 24 seconds behind your race leader, your Dunson, in the number 6 car. Your Dunson has already confirmed his entry into the A divisions of NOSSCAR, which open on January 15th, 2018 on NASCAR Heat 2 on the PlayStation 4 console. And it's also important, guys, to note right now that there are only 8 cars on the lead lap as of right now. Some cars are beginning to make their second pit stop of the race.
work now, buddy. Come on. I told you those tires wouldn't last.
Squirrel Nuts is shown in 8th place in the number 46 car. He's trying to recover from the little skirmish he had with Smokin' Joe a couple of laps ago. Smokin' Joe is on a completely different fuel cycle from these guys. He has already made his second pit stop as Timac in the 24 drifts up the wall, makes hard contact. The outside wall coming at a turn 2.
Gotta go real easy on the fuel. We're going to stretch this out a little bit. Or maybe
This racetrack was built in 1909 and for the most part is home to the IndyCar series. The Verizon IndyCar series, I believe, is the main sponsor of the series these days. And for the most part, it is home to their series, but NASCAR jumped into action here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the first time back in 1994. The winner of the inaugural race here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, as many avid NASCAR fans know, was Jeff Gordon in the number 24 car. Back then it was a rainbow paint job sponsored by DuPont. DuPont was later renamed to Exalta. And there's more cars coming down pit road. A lot of the drivers discussing something right now on the radio, and I can't quite make out what it is. We know that Larson Rocks is on pit road. Your Dunn's son has stayed on the track, so has Dexter. It's very impressive actually how your Dunn's son has been able to stay out as long as possible and still have very solid track position.
Too fast, man. Check up, check up.
Timac 11 comes down pit road.
Let's get some fresh tires on. Okay, let's get this stuff figured out. Okay, we need
Some minor adjustments here for the 24. Wedge and track bar and tire pressure. Certainly going to be 4 tires and fuel for the 2-time NOSSCAR X2 Series champion. And the current defending NOSSCAR B Cup Series champion as well. 79 different drivers participated in at least one race in Season 1 of the NOSSCAR B Cup Series. That is the series that we host here on NASCAR 15 on the PlayStation 3 console. It is one of the 2 B divisions of NOSSCAR, but in that series the races are 50% distance races, 50% distance of a real-life Cup Series event, and there is a playoff format. It is simply not all about your 8 best points showings like it is here in the X2 series. It's very different, very unique. In fact, the fact that there are 2 different leagues that are B Division NOSSCAR series here on the PlayStation 3 console gives drivers options to choose which schedule works out better for them, and therefore they can try to commit full-time to one of them or maybe part-time to both, and maybe negotiate a way to try to get towards the top and win a championship. Figure out the schedule and see what works best for them. After the cycle of pit stops, it is your Dunn's son that is the race leader. in the number 6 car. Larson Rocks is in second in the number 31. And I'm not quite sure of the order from there on out, but we know that Dexter in the number 11 is in 6th place. Timac in the 24 is in 7th. Squirrel Nuts in the 46 is in 8th. Man Anger in the 48 is in 9th. However, there's a lot of cars that still need to make a pit stop before the end of the race. And question is, can some of these other drivers that have been stretching it all race long, like your Dunson and perhaps Timac 11, go the distance without having to make another pit stop? Oh, and there's a problem over in turn 1. Somebody wrecked in turn 1 and your Dunson slammed hard into them.
I told you those tires wouldn't
And your Dunson is out of the race. And he just joined the text chat, so that's not good. He's really not happy, and he has every right to be unhappy at this point. Larson Rocks has taken the race lead. And we're going to try to find out who the driver was that wrecked in front of your Dunson. I saw the...
Clear high.
And... oh, we saw contact there, but I guess... 8-second lead and got taken out is the comment from your Dunson, and we're not even too sure who it was.
Closing on the bottom. R3 back. Clear, clear. Flat tire, flat tire.
I'm still trying to figure out what's going on and what happened to your Dunson, and I'm trying to keep quiet to hear what they're discussing. I'm not certain, but I think it might have been the 43 car of Humpy that was wrecked over in turn 1, and I think that is who your Dunson made contact with.
Right side's clear.
In the meantime, it's Larson Rocks in the race lead now, but very tough break for your Dunson. He dominated, absolutely dominated this race, and it's still unclear who it was that was wrecked on the racetrack, but we do believe it may have been the 43 car, and we're really not sure at this point. Very tough break for your Dunson. As I said earlier, he is a confirmed driver for all 3 A Division leagues, which start January 15th, 2018 on NASCAR Heat 2 on the PlayStation 4 console.
5 to go.
And now, as you can see, there are a number of cars that have just come down pit road that clearly were unable to make it to the end of the race. So now it's still Larson with the race lead. We're not sure who's in second, but we know that Dexter in the number 11 car is in third. Timac in the 24 is in fourth. Squirrel Nuts in the 46 is in 5th. I think that's the 43 of Humpy right behind Timac, but we know that he is 1 lap down at this point.
Four to go. Are on the bottom, 3 back. Keep it low, keep it low. Clear right side. Flat tire, I told you. looking low. Car approaching your rear. He's charging.
Timac wisely lets the 43 go. It appears that Timac's trying to conserve a little fuel towards the end of the race here to make it to the end. Early in the race, Timac made contact with the outside wall, came down the racetrack and made contact with Jay Tizzle, who was running in the 26 car. Both cars spun out to the inside. I believe Jay Tizzle made contact with the inside wall. Timac did not, but he was able to. Both cars were able to continue on, but both cars slipped outside the top 10 due to the incident, which was a tough break for both of them. But in particular, I guess a tough break for Jay Tizzle, because if you guys see, kind of towards the top left of the corner, a bit down, Jay Tizzle has the fastest lap of the race with a 47.64. which is in fact better than Timac 11's personal best.
Here we go.
And now we've got 2 laps to go. Question is, can everybody make it on fuel? Larson Rocks has the race lead in the number 31 car. And it appears that Dexter and Squirrel Nuts, Timac, they're all conserving fuel, as is the race leader Larson Rocks. We think that Larson Rocks has far less fuel than some of these other guys.
White is out. Final lap. Right's clear.
And now it's go time. Final lap is out. Or a white flag is out. Final lap. Larson Rocks is your race leader in the 31 car. The battle for third is on. The question is, does Dexter have enough fuel to get around to the end? We see that more cars were on pit road getting service just a bit ago.
Looking really good right here.
And Ty couldn't quite put the hammer down. He may or may not have slid up into the side of Dexter, so we thought better of it. Hit the brakes a couple times and chose not to wreck the 11.
He's clear. Checker flag.
Larson Rocks wins here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series.
Got one work at the bottom. Come on.
And Dexter didn't give Timac very much space. And now it appears that man, Dexter's gonna pass him and get the third position, and it appears Twitch Whiskers got by as well. She may or may not have been 1 lap down, I'm not quite sure. Either way, we know that it is Larson Rocks who wins here at Indianapolis. Great race, and it was Wood Dog that was up there in second place. And towards the end, it looked like one of them racing deals. It looked like Dexter was coming up the track and didn't want to accept that Ty was going to get on around him, and well, mistakes happened. And there are the results, folks. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. This was race number 9 here in Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. The next race is Darlington, race number 10 of the 22 race season. We'll see you guys there. Thanks very much for watching, guys. For more information on how to sign up as a NOSSCAR driver, go to www.nosscar.com. and go down to the very bottom of the home page, and you'll find the details on how to sign up. Thanks very much for joining us, guys, and have yourselves a very good night.